everybody, Rob Keys here, and I'm playing Space Engineers. This is an open space sandbox title by Keen Software House. You can see their logo on the top right. The game is currently available on Steam Early Access, and it's a pretty hot game right now. It's a top seller on their front page. And it was in alpha, I think, late last year, but now with recent updates, including this one from a few days ago, a lot more people are playing it. And I've been playing the last 2 nights. I find myself addicted to it already. You can kind of see in the background here some of the cool stuff happening. But I want to show you a little bit about this game. I'm sort of a noob, but we can sort of learn together. So you can create your own custom world, or I'll just go to Quick Start for the sake of keeping this nice and easy. So, like Minecraft, Space Engineers can be played in survival mode or creative mode. We're going to do creative mode for this, where you can construct an unlimited amount of blocks. You have access to everything. Survival mode, again, just like Minecraft, you can die and respawn. Gravity affects you negatively when you fall and die. You need to mine for resources, like you have to go to an asteroid to get ore, turn the ore into ingots, turn the ingots into steel plates, turn the steel plates into blocks using all sorts of tools. But we're not going to do any of that. So, I think there are varied starting locations, but this is sort of like the default one. You're on like a space station. There's a large capital ship docked to it right here. You can walk on through this doorway. The larger ships you can build, and you can build all the interiors. You can build everything you see here, you can build. And over here you see some smaller vessels. These are the light craft. So, constructs, things you can build, are divided into 3 categories. The large capital ships, space stations, and of course small ships. They have different blocks. As you can see, these smaller vessels have like more angular, smaller blocks so you can get nitty-gritty details. And the space station and the capital ships use massive blocks. There's actually another ship way in the distance there. So you see in a lot of videos people taking these things and crashing because there are realistic damage and destruction effects. Unlike Minecraft, where you just destroy a block and it pops up and you can pick it up, you can actually dent in walls and repair them and stuff like that. So right now I'm playing in first person. You can press V to zoom out. Go with third person. You can zoom in and out with the mouse. You can jump. You also have a jetpack, which is key, because you're in space, you can move around. It's very simple to control. I'm just using WASD to move in the direction I'm pointing, and to strafe, spacebar to go up, C to crouch and go down. Very nice and easy. There are 3 starter ships here. They each serve a different purpose, and you can build and mix and match anything you want. You can even color them any way you want. I'll show you all that later, but this one here you can see has like, what is that thing? It's like a grinder. A grinder is the way to break down or deconstruct tiles, like things you actually build, and you can get the resources back. This thing is a welder. You use it to repair damaged blocks. You can actually damage blocks by crashing things into them, shooting them with machine guns or missiles, or if you play in like the harder survival modes, there are asteroids or meteors like smashed into your base and stuff, and you'll need to run around and repair that. These things are called, this is a drill. This is a drill bit, and the drills are used to mine asteroids to get ore. So straightforward, someone built that. And then this thing looks like a combat designed aircraft. It's got, or spacecraft. It's got a pair of machine guns and 2 missiles. So those are the 2 types of weapons you can put in your ships. If you want to fly a vessel, you just got to go up to its cockpit. All the light vessels use the same enclosed dark window cockpit. You can see all 3 of these have the same front. The larger capital ships, you simply put a chair inside them, and you can just build the interiors any way you want to control it. Whoops. Turn that off. Oh yeah, when flying around, you can turn off your inertia dampener like this. And that way, gravity's just going to keep pulling me. And I'll put it back on, it'll slow me down arcade style. So that's very, very important, because you can quickly lose control. It's extremely hard to build if your dampeners are off. So you definitely want to keep them on to keep it nice and easy to maneuver. So I'll show you what the ships are like. Let me go inside of it. Whoops. Losing my bearings here. So go up to the cockpit, and once it highlights, you can press T to enter. And here we go, ready to go. Of course, you can go first person, and look at that. It looks pretty badass, right? Don't know if you can look around. Oh yeah, you can. I'm holding that Alt to look around. So I don't know if this thing supports Oculus Rift, but when it does, it's gonna be sweet. And the most exciting thing about this game is that it supports mods, and it supports the Steam Workshop. There were already like hundreds of mods I saw. I even downloaded a few. One that had like a bunch of Star Wars ships, and one that had the Normandy from the Mass Effect games. I've not tried those yet, because I'm still just kind of getting used to the game. Oh yeah, for the capital ships, you can also build these turrets. You can put them on your space stations as well. They will automatically shoot down incoming meteors. I don't know what the missiles automatically shoot, but I know the machine guns definitely shoot down meteors. Maybe the missiles do as well, I just haven't seen it. So, Your hotbar in the bottom is what you use to build and activate your weapons. Right now there's nothing there, so at any time to build in creative mode or to like sort of like activate or equip your weapons, just press the G, bring it up, and here you go. This is what I have in the ship. So I'll drag this down here, and you can press the corresponding number, just like any other video game, MMO or survival game, to activate them. So machine guns, those red dots are showing you where the gunfire will go. There's 2 to switch to my missiles. And watch the damage effects when I fire these. Boom. Blew damaged a bunch of that, blew a hole right in here. Actually, if we go to the front, yeah, I should go back outside to third person. Look at the jets. You can see all the little thrusters, just like Star Citizen. Just a little more simpler in the visual design here. Whoa, I'm losing control a little bit. Using Q and E to roll, by the way, when you're in jetpack mode or flying a starship. Let's try the machine gun and see what these things do on Windows. But you can see it a little bit in there. There's a captain's chair. You just gotta sit in there, press T, and you can fly this massive ship. This red ship is actually relatively slow, but you can take it up to that blue ship and crash them together and have some fun. But I think the most important thing to do is take a look at the crafting. That's the most fun part of this game, because the only limit to what you can build is literally your imagination. And I suppose the amount of RAM and CPU power your computer has. So we'll press T to exit this craft. I actually think you can copy and paste designs. If I Control C, oh yeah, I can Control V. So that's how you can duplicate your ships. That's pretty cool. I just learned that earlier. I wish I knew that. So you can always make a backup of your stuff. You can even outside of the game, back up your constructs and whatever you built and put it into a different file or world. Don't know how to do that, but that's what you can do. So this machine gun, as you can see, is yellow. A lot of these blocks are yellow. You can actually change color by, look, if I pick a block, press 1 to bring up my basic block, and here, I'll zoom in so you can see. See, it's a small little block because this is a light craft. So, by pressing the square brackets left and right, you can switch between colors, red, green, but you get the basic colors and a few other shades of gray and stuff. So, now that I have this selected, I can place that by pressing left click, right click to delete it, and by using the middle mouse button, I can apply the current color to blocks already there. So watch, turn that one yellow, and this one yellow. I think if you press Control and do the middle click, you'll like color a section. Yeah, see? Just like that. So you can customize, you can build a fleet of ships in whatever color you want. So that's awesome. I can Control X to delete that. Are you sure you want to delete selected object? Yes. Yes. Delete that stuff. Okay. So let's land down here. Quickest way down, turn off jetpack. No damage because it's crazy arcade mode. Oh, I wonder what this is for. Maybe I put that down by accident? To unequip or to deselect any items, just press the 0 key and it goes back to your hands. You go back. Oh, you can crouch too, of course. T. I don't know what this does. Probably there by accident. Delete that. Alright, so this is enough space to build a little ship. So, again, bring up G to bring up a toolbar to build whatever you want. Just like this. Again, we're playing creative mode, so we have access to everything in the game. There are all sorts of things. So just a quick look at the blocks. So, there's your basic building blocks, all different shapes. There's the light version and the heavy armor version. There's a big difference in the cost of resources. Just compare. So for small ship, heavy armor costs 5. It costs only 1. So it's 5 times more expensive. And as you can see, to get the heavier versions to build like a large capital ship, it costs 30 times as much. So it's 150 steel plates to build a heavy armor block for a large ship. I can drag this down here. There's no cost to me right now in creative mode, so I'm just going to choose the heavier armor ones. It's probably better. See, this block costs 150 steel plates. That's probably a lot of ore and ingots you have to make. It's a large block, but so I can put them on this ship or on the station. But you'll see the block size will be tiny, like it was up there when I built a light ship. So go back to G to start a new craft. Just go on the right here. You see new small ship, new large ship, new station. We're going to build a little tiny craft just so you can see the mechanics of what's required to build a ship. So it starts off with 1 piece of landing gear. You need that to actually park. I think when the light's green like that, it's like stuck there. So if I delete that, hang on a second, let's try that again. G, new. So in the air, Oh no, maybe not. Yeah. I think there's a button you can press to, like, if you're landing your craft, you can like park it. Maybe you press P or something. I don't know. We'll try it later. But starts off with one piece of landing gear. I think I can put it in space. Oh yeah, I can. Start in space. We have a little more room. A little more space. Get it? Alright. And one. Watch how tiny this block is. See? Little tiny, guys. Change the color. I don't want it to be yellow. Maybe green? Yeah, green looks cool. So actually, maybe the first thing we'll do is build a cockpit, and then we'll build around that to kind of get a basic shape. So, G. Again, like I said earlier, like these chairs, these pilot chairs are what you use to put inside of a capital ship or a ground vehicle. You can make ground vehicles too. There's actually a bunch of wheels down here. I haven't played with that yet, but you can do that. All this stuff, collectors can grab random objects from space. So if you're drilling stuff or there's debris flying around, this will collect it and you can pipe it around these conveyors and tubes and stuff and connectors. And there's a way to blow stuff into space too. I forget what that is called, but here's a bunch of different shapes and sizes of glass to build like a bridge or viewing glasses on your ship or space station. Here are your tools, the two weapons available I showed you earlier, machine gun and missiles. Drill, again, that's for mining ore. Grinder is for deconstructing already built tiles. Welding's for repairing tiles. These are the turrets. You have these smaller interior turrets. Warhead I haven't tried yet, but it sounds awesome. I don't know what decoy does. Ore detectors. I guess you can scan for ore. Spotlight, cool. Lights and antenna. These don't serve a function, but when you put an antenna on a large ship, it shows up at the background. See how it says blue 2? You can name your ship. If you put an antenna on a ship, you'll see it pop up on your HUD everywhere, so you never lose stuff. And then different shaped blocks. Interior walls, we saw a little bit when we went inside that ship. Some vents and stuff like that. So, quite a few objects. I think modders have built a lot of other stuff, because, like I said, if modders were able to build like an X-Wing from Star Wars, they probably were able to design their own cockpit, I'm guessing. But we'll take a look at that later. This is the one you need for lightcraft. We'll start with that. Where's my little bit? 6. There we go. That is the beginning of our ship. So I don't want to waste too much time on this, because I did a video before and I was messing around and I took way too much time making my ship look perfect. So we'll keep it super simple. So I have some blocks coming out. So in order for your ship to work, you need electricity. So you have to power it up. Another important thing, of course, is the engines. You have to build thrusters facing every different direction. If you look closely at those 3 starter craft and even the capital ships over here and back there, they have thrusters in the back to go forward, thrusters in the front to go backwards, and they have them facing up, down, left, and right, all 6 directions. And in order to take advantage of those 6 thrusters, you need to put a gyroscope, which I think is this thing right here. I have one already in my hotbar down here, 5. So I'll put that on first. And remember before when I pressed Z to deactivate and activate my inertia dampeners? So the gyroscope is required to do that in ships as well, I think, to turn them on and off. Otherwise, you'll always be floating around. This is similar to my Star Citizen video where I was practicing some advanced maneuvers, decoupling your thrusters or whatever, so you can like move. You can basically continue traveling in the direction you're moving in because of inertia, no matter which direction you're facing. So in Star Citizen, doing a dogfight will be interesting because as you pass an enemy ship, you can spin around and keep shooting at them while you continue moving in that initial direction by flying backwards. So I'll put a link to that video down below to see what it looks like in Star Citizen, but it functions the same way. Look, I'll do it right here actually. I'll go forward, I'll decouple. So no matter which way I turn, I'm still moving in that direction until I apply an equal amount of pressure or thrust in the opposite direction. But no more space talk and gravity talk. Let's get back down here. Focus on building a little ship. So I got my gyroscope. Now we need some power. And the way the game currently works, every single object, as long as it's connected, serves as a conductor. So as long as you put reactors anywhere in the ship, everything attached to it will function. It'll power its lights, it'll power its weapons, it'll power the thrusters. So I think I'm not sure if we have any equipped. There are large reactors for capital ships. I'll show you just how big this thing is actually. And we have small reactors. I actually have one down here already. It's in the 3 spot. So this is actually they made it smaller for the smaller craft. If I put one down here, it's massive. On the light craft, it's a little smaller. So we'll use the small ones for now. So I'll press 3. You only need like 2 or 3 for a very tiny craft. I'll put 2 there for now. What the heck? I'll put a few more. Oh, it's not going to be an issue. Alright, so we have tons of power, probably too much. And we have our gyroscope. Now, we can just build it out as big as we want, any shape we want using the blocks, and we can start putting on thrusters. So, go back to my basic building block. Actually, I'll equip the other shapes too, so we can do all of that. We use the heavy ones, and heavy armor corner. Looks good. Some blocks here. You can build in lines, so if I hold down the control and left click, I can do a huge line like that. And I can also, same thing with the right click, and delete them. Like so. So I'm going to keep this pretty simple. I'm just going to build a few bits out. Do a little like X-wing Star Fury, you know, Star Furies are those little fighters from Babylon 5, just a little X shape. Put my thrusters and stuff on. I think it goes, whoops, out, up. Oh, this is painful. Okay, there you go. Let's go down below. Press C to go down. We can get rid of this landing gear. I'm not going to use that right now. Get rid of that block. Little tiny little craft. This is sort of the same basic design I've been doing every time I test this game. Should we have this coming out? Oh, it auto-saves for you. You can manually save it too, I think, by pressing escape. Yeah, you can. Okay. Actually, I'll go first-person mode. Whoa. Be a little easier to see. There we go. Got the right size dimensions. Down. 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 Alright, cool. So, little X shape. And like I said, everything attached. It doesn't have to be directly wired or attached to the little reactors here if I want to put on thrusters. So, I already have them equipped, but thrusters, there are massive ones, and there are little tiny ones. I'm curious what the massive one looks like. The light version of it. So if I press 8. I'll show you how to rotate stuff in a second. Oh yeah, it's not too bad. And then 4 are the small ones. Okay, so the key to placing objects, I've been just putting squares down, but if I want to put some angled objects, like here, 2 for example. So right now, as you can see, it's angled backwards. In the top right, I have that 3D toolbar or hint box, sort of showing me what buttons I need to press to rotate it. So on your keyboard, it's the insert, home, page up, page down, and delete keys. I have this on. I want to stop moving. So page down will rotate it to the right. Delete will come. Whoops. Delete will come back to the left, like that. So that's how you rotate your objects. You can flip them around, do all sorts of crazy stuff. Well, now that I put that there, I might as well keep doing that. Delete. You can flip them like, whoops, of course, in any direction, right? And keep rotating this. Oops. Wrong button, I keep pressing C. Z, X, and C buttons are also close together, so I often press the wrong one. So for this one, I guess I'll need to flip it, right? So I think for this angle, I need to press the insert button. Yeah, just like that. And over here, just gotta rotate it with delete. Alright, that's enough for now. It's a little more angled. But you can do all sorts of stuff like that. Just as an example. Alright, so, enough messing around, let's put on some thrusters. So, you know, maybe I will try using it. I'll put a big thruster in the back, and then we'll use the wings to do all the sides. So, 8 is the big one. So this is huge, we'll attach it right in the center. Just like that. Cool. So, if I went into the cockpit, I would be able to go only forward. So now we put thrusters, we put the smaller ones do our directional stuff. Okay, so we need some to help us go in reverse. So we maybe we can put up here like that. Put 4 just to keep it symmetrical. Don't need that many to reverse, but I'll reverse very, very quickly with that. And then I need some go up and down. So maybe do it like this. It's gonna look ugly as hell, but I don't really care at this point. And we'll turn this bad boy around. Insert, insert. So now I'm gonna can go backwards and forwards, up and down. So now we need to do the sides. And we'll just rotate it just so you can see. It's probably better I'm doing this very simple design so you can see them, all the thrusters in action. Oops. And like that. And I'll rotate this thing around using the page up button from this angle. Yeah, I'm just looking at the toolbar in the top right. You can turn that off. There are hints. Here, I'll show you very quickly. If you go to options, and I think game options, there are 2 different types of hints. There's the control hints, which puts a bunch of text in the middle of your screen, kind of telling you what's what and what you need. And there's the rotation hints, which will turn that thing on and off. So I'll keep that on. It's pretty handy. Until you get super comfortable with the orientation and stuff. There we go. So I think we're set. We have, you know what, maybe I'll put a few more blocks just to attach this, you know? That way it's not crazy. Alright. So, whoops. So I'm hoping we have enough reactors in here to power this massive engine. We'll find out very quickly when we get inside. So, I press 0 to unequip all my stuff. You don't have to do that, get in, but I like to. So I press T to get in. Alright, so I can look around my cockpit. Let's go forward again. So, reactors at 500 kilowatts of power. Since I put 5 small reactors, I guess they're 100 each. You can read all the stats in the bottom right. So, W to go forward. It's using 80% of my power to go forward. Backwards, those 4 thrusters using 26%. And it's used to go left and right, it's using 13%. Which I guess makes sense. So when I go backwards, it's using twice as much as it is to go left and right, and that's because there's 4 thrusters versus 2. When it doesn't overload, when I go... If I combine thrusters, it's overloading because I don't have enough power to power multiple... my big thruster in the back. There you go. So you can kind of see it in action. So it's pretty maneuverable because of the positioning of the jets, but I definitely have a powering issue. So I think we'll quickly step out. Actually, we'll go forward. If I go just using forward, it's when I start to turn and go forward. Oh wow, it goes really fast. That big jet. Okay, so the only thing we need right now is power, and then we can take a look at weapons. So, alright, let's do this real quick. Could put one of those giant reactors on this thing. Let's delete that block. I'll put this thing. That, and I'll attach the massive reactor to it. Okay, ridiculous and not the best way to build something, but that's the way I'm going to do it regardless. We can make it look a little prettier. We can fix this. We can fix this, right? Here, watch. 1. And we will do 2. Yeah, it looks like it's kind of like locked in there. And this is a little bit of a different situation here since we have... and we'll rotate this using page down. I know I'm worrying too much about the visual design of this ship, but I do like my ships to look a certain way. Okay. I didn't even show you corner blocks, but maybe I can show you that after. Right, there you go. That sort of looks like it's a little more secure. It's kind of ridiculous, but there's a huge power core in the back. Okay, let's try getting back in for a sec. Aw, tons of power. I'm only using like, look, 12% to go forward. No power issues now. Pretty maneuverable. So yeah, the more jets you have, the faster you move in that direction. That's why I put 2 in each direction, because like the strafing, as you can see, is pretty slow. You'd have to put like a lot. I'd probably put 2 or 4 more small ones just to make it go super fast if you want to be like, very effective in combat in terms of strafing. But this huge thruster in the back is making me go really, really fast forward. Of course, that costs a lot more resources if you're playing properly in survival mode. in creative mode. There's no reason not to stack up and everything, because you can, including the heavy armor. So, we got our jump jets, not jump jets, but your thrusters. You can see the basics of what's required to make a flyable craft. Now, we can equip weapons. Okay, so, G. There are, for the smaller craft, I can use machine guns and missiles. So, let's just put on each wing so you can see these things in action. There you go, sort of like an X-wing now, with these guns sticking out. And we'll put on some photon torpedoes launchers. I guess in Star Wars that would be proton torpedo launchers, but there we go. Now this thing's a starfighter, or like a heavy bomber, because it's such a beast. Alright. Weapons intact. Let's do this. T. So you can stay in third person. You can, again, see your little crosshairs, I think, if I aim. Oh, wait, make sure these are equipped. I think they are from last time. It kind of saves the hotbar from the first ship. But now I equipped them so you can see the lasers properly. So, 4 dots for the 4 machine guns, 2 dots for the 2 missiles. See the metal's denting in? If I use the welder, I'll be able to repair that. Alright, switch to missiles. Some huge damage. There's no ammo limit in creative mode, so I can just keep firing, even though it says I have 0 ammunition for both. I think in single player you'd have to like make the weapons, make ammunition maybe, and store them in containers or something. I don't know. Let's go first person view so you can get a better look at this. So missiles are super destructive if you really want to mess stuff up. Am I denting this in? I can't really tell. Oh yeah, I'm messing up all these blocks. You can see it's all like, here, maybe I'll give you a better view. If I shoot, this will be easier to see, I guess. See it's denting in as the machine guns hit. So that's an incredible amount of detail compared to a lot of these blocky-based games. That's wicked. Alright, I don't know if you noticed this, but when, well, of course, you can use the alt to look around, but when I was firing my machine guns, my ship was actually being pushed back. I'll give you a better view, actually, by going outside. Use the alt to rotate. Now watch, I'm stationary. When I fire my machine guns, gravitational effect actually pushes me back. And I guess because I'm top-heavy, it's pushing me like a curved direction. I'm not pressing anything else right now. Using missiles does not push you back. It just launches at those tubes. Better view of that. The machine gun, the miniguns actually rotate as you fire. There you go. So you can build some cool combat scenarios. I've seen a video of 2 players who made like a 1 versus 1 with like a in-game score counter, like a mode where they would respawn in their ships and they had to kill each other 20 times or something. It was pretty fun with these little tiny, highly maneuverable ships. Okay, so we damaged a lot of stuff. Let's exit this ship and go to this one. Well, actually, in first-person mode, you actually have these tools as well, so I'll show you these real quick. You have a little machine gun, doesn't really do much now. I guess in survival mode you can shoot each other and damage blocks, but got a machine gun. Here, let's just zoom in a little bit so you can see. So it's slowly denting it in. It's a very low-powered submachine gun since it is, see? It's sort of dented in. I don't know if I can damage this or not. Maybe. See how this is sort of dented in? Yeah, did it some more. So I can repair it by putting on the welder. There you go. Rebuilt it. And I can use 3. I think this is the grinder. I want to disassemble and get some of these things back. You can see in the right, steel plates I'm getting. Steel plates left. And the percentage. And 4. What does this do? Oh, I guess this is for drilling ore manually by hand. Let's try that. Let's run over to this asteroid base. Oh, I see silver and iron on the right. It's telling you how much. Oh, it's showing you it's inside the base. I have to dig down to it. So, as you can see, little blocks falling off. You can do that all by hand, or you can use the bigger tools on the ships, like here. If you really want to dig in, like this bad boy right here. Hello? G. You gotta equip it. First thing you do in a ship is equip the weapons again. Alright, let's do this. you go. Drill time. You can see just like crushing this rock. Pretty awesome. Alright. Get out of this one. This one I can do some welding. T. G, so there is the grinder to disassemble blocks, welder to repair blocks. So we'll go to this guy. And I'll show you repairing this side. Actually, this is more damage up here. So I'll equip 2. Switch weapon type to welder. Let's try fixing some of this stuff. There you guys, you can see it rebuilding the blocks. Very cool. There you go. So that one block anyway, good as new. Fix some of this stuff. And over here. You just gotta be careful when you're navigating your smaller craft, and even, especially your larger craft even, towards other ships if you're gonna move in for repair or to disassemble, because you can damage your ship if you bump into it or crash into it too much. So look, I already started to repair some stuff. So as you can see, you can do a lot of cool stuff with it. This is all messed up. I'm not gonna worry about that. And if I go to my grinder, it'll disassemble these blocks and give me these resources back. As you can see, dropping apart there. Gone. Cool. So that's a little example of what you can do in creative mode in Space Engineers. There's a lot more depth to this game. Again, you can create anything you want, and there are players who made magnificent things. I've seen someone build like a full-scale destroyer from Babylon 5, the Enterprise, the original Enterprise A, like just incredible, incredible things they spend so much time doing. And this game's only in early alpha. There's so much they can do if they add in like alien invaders and bigger bases and stuff you can do on planets. They have the first-person stuff working. They have the gravity and building mechanics working and deconstruction stuff. The game is super polished for an early access game compared to most early access games. And it's just a lot of fun. It's easy to get into. You can play with friends. I think you can play up to 16 players right now. I think I've seen some servers with even more players. And the game's frequently being updated. And again, Steam Workshop support, so much to do in there. Maybe I'll finish off this video by running into the ship so you can see what the bridge looks like. So I'll just turn off my gravity here. So they got some ramps. Again, you can build this ramp. You can build these internal structure blocks, ramps here. These lights, internal lights you can put in. So you can do whatever you want, man. You can build some incredible things. But in terms of what you can do inside the ship, this is a big question Star Citizen is going to have to answer when they build their or introduce their capital ships, is there's nothing for other players to do. You can just sit in the chair and kind of chill out. Can I get inside? No? I can't really tell. You can sit down and go for the ride when you're traveling through space, but there's only one room for one pilot to actually navigate the ship, so I'll go view so you can look outside. So I'm slowly moving out here. This thing actually turns faster than it moves forward, it feels like. And I think this thing has weapons. Yeah, it does. Missiles. Right. Oh, I think I saw the red dot. There it is. I didn't see the rocket though. I saw the explosion. Oh, I think I saw it there. Maybe I'll go from the side view. Oh yeah, you can see it. There's a... Where's that coming from? Oh, right in the center there, in the bottom. Alright, so here's the other ship. It's a kind of a different design. I think the other one's actually faster. So I'm not moving very fast if you look at the distance reduction. Ramming speed. Actually, I think I'll ram the bottom of the ship because I don't want to smash my cockpit. If you smash through the cockpit and you lose or knock yourself out of the command chair, then you can't control the ship anymore. You can see the red dot where the missile is. I'm gonna try to ram right into this thing. Go, 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 go. Boom! Oh, just like this, wrecking this thing. Oh wow! Yeah, I'm crashing right through the cockpit. See the sparks going? I'm still holding down forward and thruster, so it's still trying to push through this object. Now, if that guy or if this ship had a pilot and it was running into me at full speed at the same time, we'd be really wrecking each other. Fire to destroy these blocks to get out into space. Back on. There you go. So the destruction and debris, look at that. Flying debris. really like takes this game to the next level in terms of sandbox titles. So there you go. That's a first quick look at Space Engineers. Again, it's on early access. I think it's like $20 right now, so it's $10 cheaper than that totally broken DayZ game. So same price as buying Minecraft. I think Minecraft is $20 these days. So if you like space like me, you want to build a starship and play with some friends, I highly recommend checking this game out. Again, there's survival mode if you want to play more of a Minecraft-style survival experience. And there's mods, so many mods. So if you want to see some more of this game, let me know in the comments. And if I make another video, I think I will. I think I may check out some of those Star Wars and other space mods. Check out the links below. I'll make sure to add them when those videos are up. So like and subscribe for more gameplay videos, Space Engineers and otherwise. And we'll see you next time. Cheers.